I've created a monster. There's no
It's Friday, which means it's Friday with Brent, and the topic is our past selves. How do we talk about our past selves? How do we refer to our past self? Do we disclose? Do we change details? So this is actually a really good topic for me, and I'm really excited to do this topic because I am officially a full-time student now. Everything has changed. I'm legally Brent on the, it's all changed school-wise, so nobody knows me as anything different. I'm kind of like stealth. I'm kind of not stealth. Like my Facebook, is semi. I support. I've talked to you about this before. I support the trans community and the gay community. I support a lot of stuff really. But I don't really talk about being trans. So this topic is kind of two-parted because it really depends who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to someone who's known, who knows I've transitioned, I'll refer to my past self. Sorry, my cat's doing something weird. I'll say when I was a girl, and I won't change details. I will say when I was a girl, or I'll talk about I was in Girl Scouts. Because Boy Scouts wasn't an option. But I was in Girl Scouts, so I'll talk about, I don't really talk about being in Girl Scouts, but if that were to come up, I would. However, being in school and being completely stealth in school is different, and I actually found myself, I am talking to a girl in school now, that we're just talking right now. We're not, there's flirtation, and I do think there's interest, but it's definitely not on that level, and she has no clue. So I found when talking to her that I do change details about my past. I refer to, most of my ex-girlfriends are lesbians, but when referring to their exes, I say they're ex-boyfriends. I change details to match things. I don't talk about all these lesbian friends I have because what heterosexual male has a bunch of lesbian friends? So I do leave out that detail. I say when I was a little boy. I really don't change too many details, but I do change stuff. If I'm talking to someone who doesn't know, I do say little boy. I do change the things that I was involved in, really, or I leave it out. I say I played basketball, but of course I don't say that I played for the girls' team. Pretty much, I guess that's what I do. It's I'm not ashamed of being trans, but this is me now. I'm a guy, and I don't see how my trans status has anything to do with anything, so unless we're dating or we're getting intimate, I'm not gonna put myself out there, and what I feel I gotta do is change details. It does, however, make it very interesting. I will say that a lot of times I'm in situations where I don't know what to say because I never had that boy upbringing, but I guess it's worked out for me. Not too many people really say anything, I guess, so, or think any different of me. It doesn't give it away, which is great. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I do, so. In conclusion, talking to people who know about my transition, I don't change anything. I don't, it's hard for me to really look back and think about that. It's hard for me to hear my old name. It's hard for me to watch videos and hear my old voice. I'm sorry, my cat is eating something that she shouldn't be eating. But it is hard, but that's who I was, and who I was made me who I am today. At the same time, my life isn't about transition anymore. I'm a guy. That's it. That's all I need to be. So I almost feel like I'm living a double life in school and outside of school, because outside of school people know, and in school nobody knows. So it's like, it's crazy, but I'm comfortable and I'm happy. So that's what I gotta do. So, alright, I hope this was informative. Alright, see you next Friday.